Hello, my friends. I would ask you to take a nice breath in and a big sigh. Let the breathing come back to normal. So happy to see you here today. My name is Drake, and this is Touching the Edge. And this is the Choosing to Thrive series. And I'm looking at all kinds of different ways that I can support my own movement towards thriving, but also support others as well. And so much of that comes through framing. How you frame the picture really gives you a lot of sense on how you see the picture. Is this something that your framing is happening for you or to you? I remember one time when I was about 26 years old, I picked up a couple of hitchhikers. And in the course of the trip, they were a couple of young teenagers. They asked me how old I was, and I told them, I was 26. And they said, "Wow, you are so old. You are so old." They were convinced that I was old at 26. Now here I am going on 58, and that time seems so long ago, and yet it seems to have happened instantaneously. And this is the way the aging process happens with us. I've been fortunate enough to sit with people as they were passing out of this world, a couple of people who were older, and time again, they said the same thing. They would say things like, "I still feel the same inside. I feel like I'm 18 years old inside." You're sitting with a woman who's in her 90s telling you that she still feels like she's 18. Isn't that true for all of us? On some level, we do not age. There's something in us that maintains itself continually. Yes, we are continually aging, and in many ways, that's how we see ourselves as in the aging process, and in many ways, that's what society projects on us. You know how your friends are telling you that you're getting old? You're not getting old, right? At least that's not how I frame it. I frame it in stages of youth. To me, old is 20 years older than you. Going on 58, if I start talking how old I am to someone who's going on 78, they will laugh at me. It's all relative. It's all in reference to where you are in terms of who you are seeing yourself as being. So frame things in a way that makes you feel like you're winning. Frame things in terms of stages of youth rather than always getting old. Frame things in a way that makes you feel empowered. In this next period here, I am working on these series of 3 6-week sessions, and I'm working to build up gradually. It's like weight training. Weight training is one of those ways that adds to what I call agelessness. Agelessness is not about focusing on how old you are, but focusing on that part of you that does not age. Agelessness occurs to me when people can't quite place how old you are. Not that they necessarily see you as young, but they can't quite place how old you are. People like Steve Martin. Steve Martin has seemed like the same basic age for the last 30 years. That's what I'm striving for, is agelessness. I'm striving for that in many different ways as I can, and that comes from learning to lift the weight that I'm challenged with. Not lifting so much that I'm ego lifting, but lifting in a way that stimulates my vital energy. I do that in the gym, and I do that in my life. It's impossible to keep progressing higher and higher and higher. Life is an ebb and flow. So even in terms of practice, I do in terms of ebb and flow. I build with consistency to a high level of intensity, and I back off and I make it easy again. So I'm in that building process right now. For the first week of this 6-week series, I worked on judgment. The second week, I was focused on family, and both those went really well. This week, I'm focused on money management. That has never been one of my strengths, and I'm determined to make it a strength, at least by a gradual progression, a gradual enlightenment. I can do this, and so can you. So let's build up. A month from now, I'll be starting the last of the 6 series, and I'm going to do a 40-day period during that time, in which I'll put up a video every day and a blog post every day. Let's do this together. Let's build gradually and build our vital energy and focus in stages of youth and in vitality rather than getting old. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so glad to have you as friends. Let's ring the bell. Here we go. I would ask you to take a nice deep breath. Big sigh. I bring my hands to prayer position and I bow to you. because I know that when you're focused in agelessness, you are not focused in fear. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.